And again, as always. So that bit, if you could or couldn't hear us, George was like, did I smudge my lipstick? I was like, no. And she was like, oh good, I went, well, a little bit. She like, did I?
It's mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
Didn't enjoy.
Yeah, but it's all funny. So welcome to WarGames on Wednesday with myself, Martin.
And myself, Georgie.
Yeah, that bit's
that was better.
Minus
the whole lipstick.
Yeah, so everybody just don't look at the top left side of Georgie's lip.
It's actually smudged.
It's not a cold sore. It's just, look at this. It's going off to the mirror.
It's fine. Oh, I knocked a pile of cards over there and you've got no one to blame but yourself.
I've got everyone to blame because it's you.
So it's not going to be.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So should we start it all over again?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that.
That was a good way to start. So well, you're going to refresh this now.
Oh, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to WarGames on Wednesday with myself, Martin.
And myself, Georgie. We've practiced that.
We have practiced that, but that's the first time, if this has worked, that it's actually worked, which is really, really good. So I'm in the room already. It looks like we've got Harry Darkart and Joe and Mike. So if you're in the room already, hi guys, you alright?
Hi.
I'm glad you got back home safe, Harry. Sorry I didn't see you at the airport before we left. I needed to get out of the airport and get home.
Gibraltar airport's like a shoebox, isn't it? Did you know?
No, it was Manchester, so we landed in Terminal 2 rather than Terminal 1 where we took off from, so then we had to try and figure out how to get right the way back over to Terminal 3. Oh, it was a nightmare getting out of the airport, but it was good.
In case you didn't know, guys, because you may not know, Martin went to Gibraltar. He might be talking about that a little bit this episode.
I went to Gibraltar. You'll see behind us all the screenshots, it's a slideshow, and the SM Battle Report guys have put together of different people and prizes and armies from the weekend. It was absolutely fantastic. Who we got in the room so far? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, Joe said he heard you got a nosebleed. I feel that bad, but also not that bad. I was like, holy god, you actually did pretty well.
I came 8th.
That's good, to be fair.
Yeah, I beat 30 other people.
I'm actually quite impressed.
I
don't mean that to sound like dead mean.
I'm ridiculously impressed. So the list I took was a very resilient list, given its name.
Disgustingly resilient.
But it wasn't a tournament winning list. It definitely wasn't as optimised as some of the other lists that were there.
That was very delicately put.
To fit 8th, to finish 8th, sorry, was really good. And there was a few other people who said, like, literally as you did, don't mean to sound insulting, but wow, you did 8th with it. And there was one game in particular I played against a Spanish player called Chema, I don't know how you pronounce his name. And there was a massive language barrier between us. He's a really nice guy. But we couldn't communicate properly throughout the game, so we weren't sure what was happening. Then Pardo came over and started translating for us. He had a couple of Spanish pals there with him as well. And the guy's a really, really good player. He's been in the final a couple of times with Lawrence. He played Lawrence first game and lost, but only with a minor loss to him. And then I had to come up against him, and it was a Zinch Thousand Suns list. Zinch Demons list with loads of brimstones and flamers and exalted flamers, typical changeling list that you normally see, with the exception that he had Kyrios Fate Weaver. But I was playing this game and I was getting nowhere fast with it, and all of a sudden
Adam was in a band called Nowhere Fast.
Alright, okay. All of a sudden there was this tactical knowledge that just popped into my brain and came from nowhere. I was like, if I do this and this and this, then he can't. And literally I started playing a tactical game rather than just, I'm going to move across the table and I'm going to destroy you, and if I don't, you're going to win, which is my normal play style. I actually thought tactically. We were playing the Relic, and I was thinking about how I was picking it up and how I could then stop him getting into the unit to get it, and if he managed to kill the unit that had it, I'd automatically be able to pick it up with a different unit. And I really put some thought in, and I literally took primary off him as a result of that. And then it came down to a rules query. He had Maelstrom by 2 points and I couldn't catch it. And then it came down to Maelstrom as to whether or not we drew tertiary or I won it. If the rule had gone against me, we'd have drawn it and drawn the whole game. But the rule went in my favour. Flyers, whilst they can't capture objectives, they can score line breaker for you, because the rule for line breaker is just a unit needs to be within the deployment zone. You're not scoring an objective. As a result, that gave me Slay the Warlord and line breaker, and all he had was first strike. He didn't have line breaker or Slay the Warlord, so I got it.
My
it was
dad
good.
has compared you to Montgomery, the obviously famous wartime veteran commanding armies. Respect, mate. Respect.
Cheers, Dad. but yeah, really, really good, and worth noting. So,
If you want to.
I made the chat work.
I made it
Oh!
work.
We want it.
Oh, go on. Let's right. So we're going to try something funky.
Adam did a cool thing.
There you go.
And is it on? Is it working?
It's on,
Yeah. So it'll take a few seconds for us to see it, but by the time we're talking about it, you guys will already have seen it. Because there you go.
Always
so
good, isn't he?
The chat is now on the video.
So it makes sense to
Might
people
wanna
that watch
shift
it.
over a little bit.
So
No,
do I
put
need to go
Martin in the
this way
chat so he can't see me.
towards George? So George, shift down because
Shan't.
you've got all that space at the side.
I
of it.
deserve all that space. I'm a queen.
Okay, well I'm still coming next to you then.
Yeah.
Coming after you, girl.
Cleopatra coming at you. Remember that?
No.
So
but-
this is going to be good because now when people watch it on catch up, we're just sat
Yeah.
here going, "Oh, that was funny. That thing that what that person did say."
Yeah. That's what we tried to do last week, and we
Well
failed
done.
because we didn't
Adam
have
is
an
a
Adam.
legend. Hashtag
This
get it
week-
trending.
This week we had the hashtag Adam is a legend, and yeah, it's working, and it's boss, and it's cool, and it's
So
great. But yeah, one of the geeks is in. I don't know which of the three it is. I'm sure they will tell
Identify yourself.
us. But shock result me finishing 8th.
Shock, like, I feel really bad. 'Cause,
No,
like,
it's a shock
no
result.
offense, but
I normally sit mid-table. I'm never normally at the very bottom, but I don't normally get into the top centile.
It's Rich. Okay, I was gonna say like.
Alright. So
Oh,
Rich
so
got the
that's-
wooden spoon.
No, it's okay.
No.
I still love you, Rich.
Yeah. So as I said, I don't normally finish at the bottom of the table because that's Rich's
Oh, Winters
job.
is in. Hey, babe.
Winters. But other shock result with me, and he won't mind me saying it if he ever watches, is Robin. Robin finished a place
Robin
above
did
me,
dead well.
and he won 4 out of 5 games. Some major wins, some minor wins. But as a result, though, in finishing 7th, it was, I think, me and Robin with the shock results of the tournament. To be fair, so fair play to us. Us guys did well.
Not that you like to blow your own horn or anything.
No, we did a lot better than Richard.
Oh, darling, it's okay.
Richard, no hope. Richard, hopeless. Richard, not a hope.
It's alright, babe.
Richard, who also had to ask me for your number.
You already have my number. I want a bone to pick with you. We're gonna have an argument, me and you, Rich.
Yeah. Well, I had to physically watch him type it into his phone. He deleted
Why?
it.
Why? You delete my number.
Got a new chick, hasn't he? He's going to write something back in a minute.
We'll
We're going to
talk.
get into trouble.
We'll talk.
Blah, 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 blah.
See, we've got it on
Josh
the
is in
screen
the
now.
room.
Hi,
Yeah.
Josh.
It's Rich. Sup, Winters. Oh, yeah. He finished 6th. You knew.
So where are we finished 6? That's dead good.
I thought he finished 7th. Thought he finished 1 in front of me. Okay, so even better than he finished 2 above me.
Good on Robin.
But either way, it was great, and it was a great weekend. And I say these photos will just keep flicking through the back, and you'll see different things from the weekend. The next one we're looking at the guys over at SN are looking at running
You might not
probably
get invited.
March next year, and I'll be applying to go back because it's just a fantastic weekend. I mean, I'd like to think we put a really good event on
Come
here.
back, Martin. We miss you already. No. Have him back.
Oh, that's
Please.
Kevin. Hi, Kevin. You all right, mate? And Kevin's one of the SN guys.
Hi, Kevin, one of the
in case
SN
you hadn't
guys.
guessed from there. And I said I would say hello. So hello. I had a good chat with Kevin. He's just bought a really cool, old school armor cast Warhound Titan for a lot less than I expected it to cost off eBay, and it was before Forge World was about. Armorcast used to make them on behalf of Games Workshop. this thing looks way cooler than the current
Really?
Warhound. Yeah, in a really retro sort of way, but in a retro futuristic sort of way, if that makes any sort of sense.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I weirdly know what you mean.
I'm actually going to show you a picture of it. In fact, no, do you know what? I'll do that later.
Don't do that now.
I was just that excited about it. But yeah, we'll be back soon. Kevin, definitely. I'm definitely hoping to come
Mark
back.
did well. I just saw Mark pop up.
Well, Mark finished third.
well done, Mark.
So Mark got second last time, third this time. So you've got to win it next time.
That's the
and
rule.
And he gets all three. Is he in the chat room? Yeah?
No, I just saw a picture of him.
All right, okay. And then Graham's in the room as well. But yeah, I'm open to go back, and I would suggest anyone who's watching this who plays 40k, it's not about being a competitive gamer. There's nothing wrong with being competitive, just don't be that guy. It's more about what you bring to the hobby.
Yeah.
So you're painting.
May the hobby be the winner.
May the hobby be the winner. That's the t-shirt we all had on, which you'll see on some of the photos on the last day.
I love it.
And it's a Toby Lydiard expression.
No, it's a Tobyism.
And it's Tobyism. That's right. Toby went into the casino on the Friday night.
I don't want to know what happened.
Put £20 drunk into a Spanish languaged fruit machine. Pressed a button, couldn't read it all,
Yeah, but
and then things started flashing up on the screen, and it was like ding 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 ding. You won, you blah blah blah, whatever it says in Spanish. And he was like, "What? 370 quid? I'll take that." £3,270 he won by putting 20 quid in.
No!
It was on a one-hit play, so it was a £20 roll. Just put 20 quid in, didn't know what he was doing, pressed a button, and the attendants had to come over and they had to give him stacks of cash.
Oh, sure, that's amazing.
3,270 something pound.
That's mad.
Absolutely amazing.
Hi Ian, he's in the chat room also.
Yeah, but yeah, that was really, really cool. Rob, hi Rob.
And Jen's here too. Hi Jen. We'll come on to some cool board game stuff soon.
Yeah. Finish on that. So.
What's that?
I don't know. It was probably just. Nah.
That was really bizarre.
Like you.
Firstly, whoa.
Whoa.
But you have fun in Gibraltar.
I had lots of fun. That's what we're saying. Apply for the next one. Your painting does have to be of a certain standard. It doesn't have to be award-winning standard, but it has to be clean, uniform,
I like
and smart.
that though. I like that there's because I love painting, don't I? So I mean, I can understand that
it
for
celebrates
some
a
people
different side. They're more than happy for commission armies to be in there. Obviously, you don't win awards if you've got a commission painted army because you didn't paint it yourself. But to go and experience it, and it's not as much money as people think with flights. And the accommodation's all on site, so it's really cheap. And lunch is only sort of 10 quid each day. And then your evening meal might cost you 25, 30 quid. If you go to the casino, it costs you as much as it costs you. If you don't go to the casino...
If you pull a Toby, you'd be fine.
Yeah. And I didn't go to the casino once this weekend. I came back with more money than I left with.
Yeah.
Which without going to a casino. Go figure. That's Simon behind us.
Yes.
Oh well. In fact, in saying that, what's behind us on this and when we're talking
It's
to you
different.
guys, it's different. So we won't comment on the photos.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I like the whole painting side of it. So, but I can understand that might be a deterrent.
There you go. Harry played Bears versus Babies, or Babies versus Bears, whichever one.
I really am. Henny, thank you so much for my
Hen,
chocolate.
hi, man. Yeah.
They're all gone. It made me so happy. Thank you.
They might have got eaten.
No, and Henny was a little. What are you doing? Stop
Picking my
messing.
Drawing blood.
I always complain because of the kind of person that I am. That whenever you guys all go to tournaments without me, I get left out because like I had so many freaking messages from you and Rich being like, "Oh, it's dead sunny over here. It's so nice. It's so funny because you're at work."
I sent you none of those messages.
Rich sent me a few.
Yeah, it must have been Rich.
Now he's got my number again.
Yeah, your other boyfriends.
Stop it. But yeah, Henny bought me
watching.
a little box of the like dead nice German chocolates, like the
Duplo.
Oh, they were gone within like 10 minutes.
Kinder. It's like
You're
Kinder.
a little
Hazelnut
angel.
Kinder.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. He was literally walking around all weekend with bags of chocolates.
Well, this is why you always
vote for Henny.
to our
Vote for Henny.
tournaments.
Chocolates, ice
So
cream,
good though. Dip it
lollipops,
in a
all
coffee.
free today.
So good. That was melodic.
It's like
So
the child
good.
catcher off Mary Poppins. Not Mary, Chitty Bang
Bam,
Bang.
bam, bam.
Chitty Bang Bang,
There's no
Chitty Bang Bang,
sentence.
Chitty
Blah,
Bang
blah,
Bang.
blah.
Chitty
What's
Bang
in
Bang,
there?
Chitty Bang Bang.
Very much appreciated it. Thank you.
Yes. And great meeting you again, obviously, Hen.
Yes.
Good weekend. Spend a lot of time with Henny because we
Is
sat
that good
between the
egg?
games, chatting away.
Is that very good egg?
I'm digging this.
I'm about it. He's good, that Adam, isn't he?
He's all right. He can keep his job for another week.
So I'm the boss now.
Ooh, yeah, Assman, settling in. Rob saying there played a game called Tortuga 1611. It's amazing. It's about
pirates. I know, I was Dutch in
gold.
it. Adam will want that.
Dutch in it.
Dutch pirates.
Is it an AMD game, Rob? Because they've got a lot of games that have the dates to them. Like there's 1811, there's 17. Or is it 1711, 1716 or whatever there is. And they did FIFA and Mare Nostrum.
He said FIFA.
FIFA.
What?
They do FIFA, and then they just went back to 1611 or 1511 or whatever.
Yeah, there was that Tears of Many Mothers one, isn't it? That we got someone doing a demo of in. That wasn't even a sentence. Sorry, everybody.
He's dead.
I think that's my dad referring to men and me.
Oh, right.
Adam has so far narrowly escaped certain death, but yes, I'm intrigued. That Tortuga game.
Martin just sounded like the creepy guy from Poltergeist.
You always sound like a creepy guy.
I don't remember there being a creepy guy in Poltergeist.
Have you seen Poltergeist?
Lots and lots of times.
It's a good film.
There's Kerry Ann, who's the girl who goes in the TV. Mommy.
Doesn't it look like a sheep?
It does though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like it.
Carrie Ann, come to the light, Carrie Ann.
Ixalan.
Yeah.
Speaking of pirates, Rob.
Yeah, apparently we're done with Gibraltar.
Yeah. Oh, I got the date wrong. 1667.
It probably is. Is it an AMD game? Sorry, it was a Kickstarter game. All right, no, it might be then. I don't know. They do these games.
They do these games, thanks.
They do them well. But yeah, so Gibraltar, I'm missing it already. Can't wait to go back. If you even remotely have an interest in it, make sure you apply for No Retreat 6 in March. The Heresy weekend is this weekend coming. So that's No Retreat Heresy 2. So there'll be live streaming. If you want to catch any of the live stream games from last weekend, go onto the SM Battle Reports Facebook page. All the videos there for you to watch for as long as they are up for. Seriously, check it out. Can't compliment the SM boys enough for doing it. So Kevin's obviously in the stream here, he was helping out with it. So obviously Pardo, the Chris, who despite his constant back whipping, I know he's already missing me. Julian, who I actually got to play and we drew a game. I pulled a sneaky draw at the very last turn. And then obviously all the other guys, Nick and Kareem and the rest of the boys, all fantastic job. Really good event, really great tables, really good people. Can't wait to hopefully go back. That's enough blowing the smoke up their backsides. We're done with Gibraltar. Let's move on to Ixalan.
That was abrupt.
I know, I was bored. I just needed to move on.
That was cool. Ixalan, we're going a little bit Ixalan crazy because obviously we've done the new set thing of opening a box, filing all the cards away. By we, I mean mine, because I've not done it. This is like the first set in a while that I've not been doing the filing for. I'm not so upset about it.
And boys and girls at home, do you know why that is?
Why is that?
Because you're now a Magic player, the same as Adam's a Magic player.
Yeah, to be fair.
Jay isn't a Magic player, but sits with Magic players while he's doing the job. So the only person who is going to file
You've got
away
enough
cards
hatred in his soul
quickly is me, because I don't care what's written on the cards. I just look at them as colours and numbers, and they have to go in a place. So therefore, I do the job at least 5 times quicker than anybody else.
I resent that.
Because I don't sit and read them, and I'm not so like, oh, this is really good. Oh, this is really good.
I don't
And
read them. I
don't
look
get
at the
me wrong.
pictures. It's
Don't get me
different.
wrong. This is a hobby shop, and the people who are working here are all hobbyists. So
Oh yeah, punish us
I don't
for
want
it.
to kill anybody's hobby, but at the same time, a job sometimes just needs doing. So I do the Magic bits, because it'd be like giving me all the 40k stuff to put out, and it being open and for me to look at. I'd be like, I'll just read this page, and I'll just. That's all it is.
I just don't like admitting that's who I
dirty
am now.
Magic girl.
Can I say that?
Dirty Magic girl.
I'm not a fan. But it's
That's
just
what you are.
this, to be fair,
Maybe
this
that's what the
set-
Georgie t-shirt should be. Georgie, the dirty Magic girl.
that sends a lot of mixed messages that I'm not comfortable with, to be honest.
I know, that's why it sell dead well.
But I think.
It's now the time to say you've got lipstick on your tooth.
Have I? Have I actually? Just.
I
haven't.
It's too easy. Okay.
Oh.
Stop knocking them cards.
For this set, there's not a super low. There's a couple of the dinosaur ones that I really like, but I've recently discovered
That's just the tokens.
who I am as a person, and that it's control. I don't need to tell you to do that, to be fair, did I? But so this,
Red, blue, control.
I've got like yeah. I'm trying. I can't deny it anymore, can I? Really?
Dirty magic, yeah.
It's who I am. It's who I am now.
That's what we should get on a t-shirt.
No, I'm not.
Along
I'm
with
not doing
the-
that.
I tapped that so hard it won't untap and it's not.
I
untapped
really
yet.
want that t-shirt. I think it was so funny. But no, I'm
It's
sorry.
all good. It's all funny.
Is it?
And then so we've been planning yesterday. We were planning space to put the t-shirts and stuff when they
Yeah,
come in.
it's to be fair.
And the new dice and everything because they are all coming. I'm just gonna get them all.
You were talking about it yesterday.
I
weren't
say
we?
they're all coming. We've got to get them ordered yet, but
It's
we're just
in the
figuring out the line. So the merch is coming, guys, and it'll go on the website and you'll all buy lots of it, surely, won't you? T-shirts, hoodies,
As long as I can get a fleece,
hats.
I'm always cool.
Winter's in the room. We're getting
winter hats.
Winter's hats with a little Winter's SEO flat cap logo on there. So we're going to get them and sell them. But I think it'll be another 3 or 4 weeks until the stuff starts arriving in. So we're not going to tell you every single week about it. What we are going to tell you every single week about, including last week and the week before and next week, is the last chance open.
What?
Segue. Right into that. So the last chance open, the tickets go on sale a week on Monday at 12 p.m. For those of you who don't know what the difference between 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. is, 12 p.m. is midday.
Who doesn't know
lunchtime. You'd be surprised how many people thought it was midnight. Just saying.
Hi guys. School merch.
But yeah, they will go on sale. Speaking to people out of Gibraltar, speaking to people at the Northwest Open, speaking to people generally on
general,
Facebook and Instagram. We're constantly getting asked, can we reserve?
See what I can do.
Is the and everything? Do you think
Is the chat, the audio should be back on?
it's back on now? Can you hear us? Is the microphone thing lighting up there? On like is it flickering up on your
Power of
stats
dance.
screen? Because it'll take a couple of seconds to
Yeah,
catch in.
back on.
Hey!
I was dancing. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, Blue Table fans! Do you remember that? I miss Blue Table painting. Sean Gately and his oh so happy ways. He's just always so happy.
Is that a joke? I don't understand.
No. He was just genuinely always really happy and watching it.
Apparently, people heard nothing about the LCO.
Yeah, okay.
Let's
we're going to go back
rectify
into
that, shall we?
So
because it's gonna be good.
Boom! Last chance open. What we were saying was the tickets go on sale a week on Monday. £60 a ticket. They sold phenomenally quick last time. We're talking 36 and 3 minutes went.
Yeah, mad quick.
We're only going to be putting 50 tickets up for sale of the 60 because 10 get reserved for staff and sponsees. And then we had a whole bit of scouse going on. Where
you didn't really miss anything there.
You said that's dead scouse that, and I said, no, it's dead proper scouse, like, isn't it? Sponsees.
Talking like that.
And I said, go and have a word with yourself. and she likes that one. And then I came out of scouse and went back into professional voice.
So basically, you missed literally nothing.
Yeah.
But
what we said is,
for your benefit, the sound
if you're wanting a ticket for the last chance open, you need to make sure
you don't reserve
that you are literally you take your lunch hour at 10 to 12 so that at 12 o'clock you're ready and on the internet and ready to go for it, because I genuinely think if that many went in 3 minutes last time, I think they might all go in 3 minutes this time. It's nuts, because the people who went last time are wanting to come back, with an exception of a few people who are going to Cali.
Which is,
which is more than
there's
understandable.
No animosity or anything.
But even
so
Mark, who I went to Gibraltar with, he's got tickets for Cali, but is buying tickets for the Northwest Open and selling his Cali tickets. Because Colin's not got a ticket for Cali and he wants to come here with Colin, and he likes the events that we do. And it just sucks that we had to clash with them. It really does. But life is what life is. And across the 3 that we've ran, plus the people that we met out in Gibraltar and so on and so forth, I think there's in excess of 100 people wanting these 50 tickets, and that's going to be, from our side, it's hilarious because we just watch the numbers go tick, 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 and the tickets sell.
I might actually come in on that Monday to watch that.
But for you guys, it must be frustrating because you're like, am I going to get one? But then that nerves is great as well, because then when you get a ticket, you feel like you're part of it then. And so it's going to be 6 games though. I know we talked about it last week, so I'm not going to go over the actual format of it. 6 games, 4 on the Saturday, 2 on the Sunday. All the Facebook page will be live tomorrow. Because Georgie forgot to do it last week when I asked her to. Sorry, I wasn't meant to say that on camera.
Put me out of my misery. But no, it's going to be fun. I like doing events like that.
Yeah, it is. Good event. It's a good event.
It's definitely fun. It's going to be good.
So that'll go up.
Speaking of 40k, is there not a book we should be talking about?
A book?
Imagine you're reading my handwriting, that's never going to work.
Astra Milli Whatnots goes on.
Astra Milli Guard. That's what it is.
Astra Militarum. Also known as Imperial Guard, and those of us who know the real, will the real Imperial Guard please stand up? Please stand up. No, I'm not one. No. Scratch that. That's the point where we wish the sound had gone on.
Yeah.
Toby.
No, it's Toby.
And that's going to be so weird to them because the. Oh no, I suppose. I know, because that's out of time. Doesn't matter.
Martin is trying to understand technology and it's not working.
It's not happening. Anthony Struth, hello. And
Astra Milli Guard.
Yeah, Astra Militarum, Imperial Guard, or Astra Milli Whatnots. Goes on pre-order this weekend. So there should be some interest in that. The guard lists that are doing the tournament circuits at the moment are winning tournaments worldwide. They won the Nova Invitational. And
well, you've been thinking about it, haven't you?
I half touched on it, but I just couldn't be fussed with doing it.
I was really concerned what you were going to say.
Yeah,
PG-13, Martin, please.
It's just not my thing. Having a static... It's the same reason I don't play the Fish Boys Tau, is because I don't want a gun line that just sits on the back line and lets people come at it and shoot it. No disrespect to anyone who's playing guard. The armies look amazing when you've got that many bodies and tanks on the field. It looks really thematic. It looks great. But for me, it's not an alpha strike fast hitting army, which is what I play. Now, guard players, Tau players, they don't like the fast hitting armies that are a glass hammer. They either hit you or die sort of thing. So it's each to their own, isn't it?
I say glass cannon.
Yeah. My other issue.
That sounds like last cannon.
My other issue is so. If I want a human army, I've got bolt action. I'm playing a sci-fi game which has got lots of sci-fi characters in there. You've got Xenos races, you've got Chaos, you've got these huge super genetically engineered humans called Space Marines who are in big power armor, or I can go humans. Say they look fantastic on the table in these big platoons, but it just doesn't do it for me. It's just not something I want to play.
That's fair enough.
Although there's a chance that I might be taking a few squads of Renegade Militia, which is basically the Chaos version of Imperial Guard, for a nasty non-Martin list.
Oh.
I've never took that list before, and I might have just.
So why start now?
Because I think having Magnus and Mortarion on the table together would be
Why
amazing.
would you? That's so.
I just think it'd be great. I was going to back it up with a load of skulls until I saw the power level of it, and that doesn't fit in. And that would have gave me the cover of Nurgle, Zinch, and Khorne. And then if it had really wanted to get nasty, I'd have thrown Zarikal in, which is the Greater Lord of Slaanesh, and I'd have covered all 4 gods, plus a battalion underneath.
Is it because you hate joy?
No, just then a battalion behind it
fun.
for the extra command points, and then it'd still be a 9 command point army with loads of big gribblies. Well, not gribblies, just big things.
Big dudes.
Yeah, but the Lord of Skulls is like way too high a power level. It's going to not be allowed in. But it's definitely not allowed in our tournaments, and I think it's going to be a general thing. But somehow we drifted back into 40k. I know because we said about the book.
Talking about the book, weren't we?
And so that and the data cards are coming out this weekend. I believe there's a few more other bits going to be going live this weekend, Death Guard stuff and such. But you have to wait till Saturday to see them because the community page hasn't talked about them, so we can't. But we can talk about the Astra Militarum book. I am sure if on Saturday, anything past midnight, you look on YouTube, our very own In the Room Winters SEO will have a review out for the Astra Militarum Codex. I can neither confirm nor deny that he already has the book, but I'm quite sure he has. And I'm quite sure everybody knows that. So go and watch his report because he will make sense of it. And it won't be a salty report like his AdMech one, which he called it salty.
Yeah, I know.
Took him 3 attempts to record. He was like, and I can't not be salty. Winters, I've not read the book, so I don't know. But we'll see. But that covers Astra Militarum pre-release. Did we do the pre-release bit?
We kind of went on.
Kind of went into it and then pulled back out of it, didn't we?
Yeah. Pre-release was fun.
Hey, well, I wasn't here. I was in Gibraltar.
No, it was fun.
Working.
I mean, a lot of.
In the
I never stay for the midnight ones because I was in all day and I don't care for that. But I mean, everyone said they had a good time. Pre-releases are always fun. I think it's always nice to kind of get the cards and draft and what have you. It's draft weekend coming up this weekend as well, so that's always going to be nice.
Yeah, anyone wanting to draft, it's draft on F&M for Friday night.
It is.
Which is always exciting, and it's also the last F&M where you can get your foil fatal push promos.
Say what?
Potential value of over £20 per card.
Oh, they're selling for mad prices.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So it's your last chance to get them. So
and of course,
it's
first
brilliant.
draft of the new set, and
there you go. Yep, defo. He's got the report up. No, I'm not supposed to say that. Winters, I love you. And just the way he puts things is brilliant. But yeah, get down for draft Friday night, get down for draft over the weekend. We've got promos.
It's great because we've got our good friend Steve, friend of the shop. He's doing kind of like intro to Mazik
on Saturday. That's this Saturday actually he's doing that, isn't it? Yeah, between 1 and 3.
Starting about 12ish.
Oh, till 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair play to Steve. Does this for free, by the way.
But he kind of does like intros to Magic, kind of showing people. But what I like about what he's doing is he's not just saying this is it, this is how you play a card, that's mana, play it, done. He's literally going through it with you. This is how you kind of play the game. This is how you build a deck, how you go on from that. This is how you draft. Kind of getting you more into what it is to play the game.
So week 1 he shows you the basics of the game and the mechanics of the game and the turn sequence, and then when you come back in he'll help you construct the deck. So we give you all a free deck when you turn up. Anybody who's not played Magic before, wants to play Magic, come in on Saturday between 12 and 3.
I think it's Sunday this week though, because Connie's
is it
going
Sunday?
paintballing.
Okay, on Sunday, I'm glad you told me that. Come in between 12 and 3. Let's say between 12 and 2, and it would last till 3. We'll give you a free deck, like a sample deck. They're not great because they're free.
You ain't
they're
going to
not
win no
going
competitions.
to be,
They're just there
they're just
to
to
get you playing.
teach you the game. But you'll learn the game with that, and then Stephen will sort of run through how the game plays, and he does take his time with you as well. He makes sure that you understand.
He's very attentive.
And then you can then go and buy some boosters, or you could buy an intro deck, or you could buy a whole booster box if you really wanted to go crazy. And then you open some cards, and he will help show you how a mana curve works, what your play style is towards what deck you should be aiming at.
He's not going to like palm you off once you know how to play the game.
Yeah, and he's
will
also
be with you there until you feel confident enough to play in a standard showdown or an FNM.
Yeah,
you know, you can come back as many times as you want, and he will be there to help you because, firstly, that's just the kind of person he is.
Yeah.
And
He's
secondly,
just that guy.
he's just a dead sign guy. So that's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice people coming in and.
But that's it, and he's not going to say to you, oh, you need to go and spend £250 on these cards to make your deck good.
He's not.
He's more than capable of building good budget decks for sort of a few pound, £5 maybe. We're buying single cards from us, which obviously we stock, or you can have all the fun of cracking boosters open and playing in drafts. We're going to get some cards made up, which you will get him to sign the card in each box as you do things. So
can we get a stamp like
learn to play Magic? And it'll either be a stamp or a signature in it. And then the next one might be build your own deck. Yeah. And he'll either help you build your deck, or you'll bring a built deck in, and he'll go through it and check it for you.
Not a net deck
and you sign it through there. It'll then be play a draft, play a casual FNM, play a league match, play a competitive FNM. Yeah. And you tick each of them off, and when you've ticked them all off, then there'll be something for you.
And it's literally like he's doing it for free. He's not making people buy stuff from us. It's literally just because he wants people to play Magic. If you want to buy stuff from us... Just create a
sliver deck. No.
If you want to buy stuff from us, cool. If you want to stick with the free deck and kind of just say, okay, I know how to play it, no, that's fine. He just wants people playing the game and enjoying the hobby. Do you know what I mean? Enjoying the collecting, the gaming, the people, which is massively admirable, and that's why we love him.
It is, and he wants to see the community grow. That's as simple as it is. The more people playing Magic, the more people he's got to play the game with, and he's not bothered whether he plays at a high competitive level or a really casual level. As long as he's slinging spells, he's happy, and that's what it comes down to, isn't it?
Yeah, like Dinosaur Tribal deck is massive at the minute. Adam.
Oh, isn't it just? So the card's been put away in the binder, but we currently have available for pre-order and for sale on Friday. 3 of the big green dinosaur.
Adam's eyes really, kind of lit up there.
Really expensive one. I'm saying that you can buy before Adam buys them because she won't let him spend the money on them.
No,
so
I mean
you guys can buy them. Stop him buying them. They're 30 quid a card or 28 quid a card.
It's literally entirely just rotated out. So is mine, by the way.
Yeah,
so
he lost Ulamog. Which will mean something to any of the Magic players. To anybody else, it's just...
I wish he got that sad whenever I left. Like, I'm going out to the shop.
No, that's when the party starts.
Yeah. It was Emrakul. That was Emrakul's like the other woman
Emrakul
in our relationship.
Was when his child got banned and sent away for being a naughty child. He got sent to the delinquent house.
Naughty step.
And no, like further than the naughty step, like actually taken away to the naughty centre, to the orphanage.
Oh God!
Much worse than that was Ulamog, was when his child got killed.
It's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. But yeah. So we'll see what the surprise fairy brings you.
What the surprise fairy brings you? No, somebody had step up the ladder, have they? A pay rise.
Yeah, not this month.
Yeah, that's
Finn,
true.
Can you put aside any foil search for Azcanters?
No.
You haven't got anywhere?
Yes.
Oh, don't be a meano.
A meano.
I think Dave bought them all.
I think Dave might have already allocated them to himself. We did get 3. And,
did we?
yeah,
Sure, see, I've not been filing cards, I've got no idea.
and Dave has already put his name on them. They're obviously not sold to him yet because we can't sell them until Friday.
So if someone PayPal's us over the money now, yeah, yours.
No, Dave's put dibs on that. and I'll be honest, considering Dave can turn all this off, I'm not arguing with him.
Let's not do that.
Is Dave even in the room? No.
He's
He
got
needs
Matthews,
two.
hasn't he?
We've got two, but not foil, Finn. So yeah. Your shout. But we're probably going to be opening a lot more boxes. So that's a thing. Because on the back of last week's video, when we started asking for cards and stuff. So,
made our bed, we've got to line it.
So Rob, who's in chat,
Hi,
Rob's just today sent like a good 5+ kilo box of cards to us, with all sorts in there. Craig, who was in the chat last week, I've not seen him tonight. Craig was in the chat last week. Has got probably a 20-kilogram box to send us, which is a whole lot of cards. Now his eyes have lit up. See that? From limited through to Ravnica. So there's a lot of cards.
I feel like I'll make him look that happy.
And then Joe sends us a lot of stuff, which actually covers the gap then from just
12
before
kilos
Ravnica.
Rob sent us.
12 kilos. Mother Lord. And then there's Joe sending us stuff from Mirrodin through to, was it through to Theros or through to Ravnica sort of area, whatever it was. So the gaps are getting filled there, which is great, because one of the things Dave's working on at the moment is getting all this set and prep so that you can go onto our website and you can buy these products off our website exactly the way you would want to. This will allow you, currently, if you go onto our website,
the true magic buying experience.
You just search for the name. So you would type in Thundering Spineback, and it will find you this card. And that's what you would then buy. But it won't help you with any deck building side of things. So what the website's going to do is it's going to let you search by either colour, mana cost, or probably keyword to it, so whether it's a legendary creature or whether it's a
so you'll be able to
vampire.
get the attributes of like black, converted mana cost.
Yeah, you click on
whatever it
MTG,
is,
you click on Magic the Gathering singles, then you won't necessarily click on a set name unless you know which set you want.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to click on like sort of vampires, black, 3 mana, and it'll show you every card that's been printed, and then tell you whether we've got it in stock or not. And hopefully we should always have it in stock. There's Rich, look. Again, that's different timing to them, so I'm going to stop doing that. But yeah, I'll be posting them up tomorrow, by the way, so that's good. I've got stuff to do this weekend now, ranging from Urza Saga to Ravnica. This is cool. We've got lots coming in.
You know how we have got coming in? Segway Champion of the Century. With this War of Mine board game.
Talk about it.
Hey! I'm dead stoked, to be honest. Why is Adam's just gone? You're all going. Okay. This is Georgie show now. I own this damn stuff. No. But yes. This War of Mine board game. Loads of people are kind of doing like video game style board games now. Which is cool because, I mean, Martin's always dead adamant that this is a shop that we sell face-to-face products in. Do you know what I mean? So it's not all virtual. And the amount of people, good lads, take the labels off because of product placement. No, we won't. But you know, it's kind of it's a very admirable thing, because we get people coming in saying, oh, you know, they don't do video games, and we say, no, I don't. It's not our thing. I like games where you can sit down the other side of a table. Thank you for someone.
I'm back.
And interact and talk, not through a microphone. Kind of, you know, it's nice. It's a nice thing.
Yeah, we're reinventing the wheel. We're making family times.
But it's good. And something that I'm really excited for, because it is such a great, amazing, incredible board game. No, video game. Is this War of Mine board game. For those of you that aren't familiar, this War of Mine is a kind of post-apocalyptic stuff. So not okay. It's a kind of post-apocalyptic style video game where you are a group of survivors. You play as part of like a group of survivors who have to. What are you doing or don't like it?
I'm watching you talking to the camera.
In a really creepy way. You play as a group of survivors, and obviously your main mission is to survive. Please don't do what you're doing. The thing that I love about the game is it's one of those games where every decision you make will affect the outcome of the game, the outcome of your character, what happens, what you do, what happens to the rest of the party, the whole future of the game. So, as you would imagine, in this post-apocalyptic landscape, you and your group of survivors, in the day, you kind of go and you... Let him doodle. You take care of the house, you know, you reinforce the walls, you kind of, you know, take care, make furniture and everything like that, keep the shambles of an establishment you're staying in order. And at night, you go and explore. So you have someone who's on like guard duty. Then you'll have people who go out and forage, who kind of go out and explore and search for.
What do they forage?
Well, kind of. And forage sounds a bit more naturey.
Sounds better than cottage.
No, they don't. I don't remember that part of the game. But they go out and they you look for kind of food, equipment, medicine, supplies, and stuff like that, and what have you. And you've got to basically keep everything safe from intruders, zombies, bad people. It's super gritty, and the bit that I was excited for the game, but what I'm really glad about is from all the reviews I've read of it, they're keeping a lot of what makes the game so great in it. So in the game, when you go out and you go exploring for things, you meet loads of characters. Oh, that's cool, George. You meet loads of different characters. And in the video game...
I left this video ages ago.
You know what?
What?
We're selling this. Get interested.
Emma, you're enlightening our audience right now.
But when you scavenge for things, you meet loads of different characters, and they've got a really interesting backstory and how you interact with them and how you treat them. You can kill them, or you can say, "Oh, come have some shelter with us." That will affect, obviously, the rest of the game. So
scavenge, Antonio. Scavenge. Hi, Antonio.
So yeah, and what they've done apparently, I read online that they added the mechanic where you can literally find out all the backstory with people you meet, so it's still really quite in depth, and you still get that depth of character to the other elements of the game, which I think's nice. Adds a lot of backstory. And then most importantly, they added an epilogue feature to the board game, which is when at the end, and it's great because it means a lot of playability in the game, because of the epilogue feature. How could you be so unprofessional as to leave your phone on loud? Not funny.
It's hilarious.
Yes, I had an epilogue feature. So at the end of the game, you will find out how your decisions affected you in the party. However you play, you could play a character as good as gold one time and as evil as anything the next, and it will affect the outcome of the game. It will affect the epilogue feature, and you'll be able to, once the game's finished, ascertain the fate of the party and your character because of how you've played, which I think is a really nice tie into the video game and a dead cool mechanic anyway.
The by the way, was a message from Henny.
What did he say?
Hi Martin, no WarGames on Wednesday today.
Henny, you're here. I'm so confused. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. We've got it. We ordered it today. How many did we order? 6. Yeah. And we're retailing them. They're obviously are discounted off the RRP for $55.25. That's not right, is it? That's not right. No, I did the wrong maths there, didn't I? I did Games Workshop maths, not SDeviant maths. So we'll actually be retailing them for £52. Saving! There you go. £52. So, product placement, sorry.
It's alright, you can product place it.
It's bad.
It's fine. You just get Vimto to pay. Vimto's great.
£52, which is, I think,
20% off retail.
No, so it's a good price for a board game that's very
involved. Yeah,
involved and in depth, and it has a lot of depth to characters that I keep wanting to say NPCs, but because I've been doing a lot of RPG at the minute, but not main characters in the game. They are,
What's
I guess.
NPCs?
Non-playable character. Okay. Well, I guess they are, aren't they? But yeah, I'm dead excited for that, because if you've never played the video game, you will still be able to enjoy it as the board game and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's because it's such an interesting. Obviously, the whole post-apocalyptic thing's been done quite a lot, but in this capacity where you're not kind of for like massive guns blazing type thing, you're not, you know, zombies and Walking Dead style. It's just some people literally trying to survive.
Back on the telly very soon. This is exciting. Negan's boss.
Don't watch it.
Negan's great.
Read the comic books and come back to me.
No, short.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Do you know what we've not done this week?
What?
Rah! Didn't work this week. You didn't jump.
It's because I'm jaded and tired and nothing can shock me anymore. But
I'll get you before the show's out.
Well, we've only got 8 minutes, so what do you think of Fear the Walking Dead? Graphic novels. I know, Rob, sorry. I'm just saying comic because he's a bit... He won't get a difference.
I know what the difference between a graphic novel and a comic book is. Yeah, one's the Beano, one's not.
Part of my soul just died.
You did it really.
Yes.
When's the rest
I used to want to be a comic book artist before I realised that I wasn't talented, so then I gave up on that dream dead quick.
Some dreams are worth giving up on.
Firstly, wow.
Listen, if you're going to keep putting yourself down, I'm going to stop. At some point, I threatened this a long time ago. I said, I'm going to stop trying to convince you that you are not rubbish. But,
aw, that's nice. But yeah. So I'm dead excited for that. Martin clearly did not share my enthusiasm for this War of Mine game.
I think it sounds great. I really do think it sounds great.
Cool.
Zoned out a little bit listening to you, but I think the game looks great. Your explanation of the game was on form, girl.
I don't feel like he meant that.
Well, you'll never know.
Why?
Anyway, moving on from there.
Yeah, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Speaking of which, you've got a few minutes left. I think something that's worth talking about, considering we're broadcasting on YouTube, is the getting rid of the removal of the YouTube on-demand service. Opinions, tell them to me.
Yeah, so there's your last...
I think it's a bit...
last 8 minutes, you guys can start throwing comments in what you think about this.
Yeah.
In case you haven't heard, so YouTube have scrapped their on-demand service, which doesn't affect us personally. From point of view of our sponsored channels, then it's only Winter's SEO who had us on demand, and it was very new on demand. And so I know Winter's obviously rang me, talked to me about it, and had already spoken to Lawrence at Tabletop Tactics, because he obviously has been on demand for some time, and ultimately Winters came to the decision that it means it's less work for him, so that's okay. Because that's just the guy's attitude, which is great, and one of the reasons we love him. Lawrence will be fine, because most of his subscribers, spoke to him out in Gibraltar about it, most of his on-demand subscribers subscribe or have moved over at some point to his website, and the channel that's going to be affected by it is Luke over at Striking Scorpion. He's going to have a massive effect from it, because all of his content was on there, and YouTube literally have given you a choice.
They've literally just
either lose the content or make it public, and that's it.
What's the time frame they've given for this?
I think it's, you can't put any new on-demand stuff out as of now.
Okay.
And I think you've got, I want to say it's till December, until your other content either dies or gets released publicly. It just means you're not making money, but
I get it's not a massive part of their business, is it, for YouTube? It's not a massive part.
Well, no. So from YouTube's point of view, 2% of their content makers use the on-demand service. So if something's only creating 2% of your business, you're not going to be fussed about keeping it running. And the guys that were doing it weren't necessarily all doing it correctly. I'm not talking guys who were down at sort of levels that we're at. I'm talking some of the much bigger commercial channels that had hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of subscribers that were using it. they weren't necessarily putting it through right, and then there was taxes involved and everything else.
There's
a lot for
there's
YouTube
other
to take
ways
on.
and means, isn't there? You know, you can get the whole Patreon videos for Patreon users only.
Patreon's
kind of thing.
fine. I don't think it particularly works well.
Depends
Patreon,
what for,
but,
I think.
But again, all the people that I know who've got Patreon, with the exception of Scary's Scardcast has got a good Patreon following. But I think he goes about it in the right way.
Yeah, there's very specific ways you can do Patreon.
And
a lot of the time it can be a bit douchey.
But just monetization on ads now, all right, the revenues come right down off that as well. But the guys that are running these videos, and again, spoke countless times with it about it with Winters, we're talking about getting like if you put a video out there and you get 4,000 or 5,000 views, you're doing well. If you put like some of the Codex reviews that Winters put out, getting sort of 20,000 views,
yeah, man,
that's epic. But it's so small time compared to the video game tubers that put stuff out like PewDiePie. He's got something like 10 million subscribers and gets 1 million views per video per day.
Adam and I were looking at like
the difference is why he's a millionaire.
We were looking at most viewed YouTube videos. For some reason, I don't know why we ended
Was
up
it
doing
a cat
this.
playing the piano?
No, that I love that video. My favourite, I'll go on to it in a minute. But no, the first bit was most viewed YouTube video, 3.8 billion views, 4 billion views.
What? And what was it?
Despacito. That one. But
don't know what that is.
my new favourite video.
I'm not one of those 3.8 billion.
My favourite video in the world recently is, you know, one of Beach Boys.
Yes.
There's a video of a little cockatoo dancing to "Wouldn't It Be Nice," and it's the cute. Honestly, I keep playing it, and it's probably driving Alan absolutely mad because I keep walking around the house going, "Wouldn't it be nice if we..." like that, like the little cockatoo in the video. Please go and watch it. It's so cute.
Go and give that owners more money. That's what you should
do.
do.
Cute.
But no, you should. And the monetized. So on the note of monetized videos, and with YouTube, and obviously comments are going to start coming in if they haven't already. They start to have.
Yeah, people. The amount of ads can be off-putting. Like when you've got videos that are punctuated by loads of different ads, it can be a bit annoying. Like I think the way that geeks do it is good because you've not got like a million different ads. You've got like what, 2 in a video, and that's for a battle report, so it's a long video. But I know that people can go a bit overboard with it. The way geeks do it's the right way, I think, because it's not overloading people and it's not putting people off because it's not super saturated with it.
I think they do too many.
Do you?
Controversial.
I'll let you deal with that then.
I think
I don't mind.
I think a video at the beginning of your show is fine. One at the end is probably a bit pointless. Maybe if you've got a half-hour video, one at 15 minutes is probably all right because it's the same as a TV show then, where you will get an ad break in the middle. But making sure that they are structured in. What I don't like is when you're watching a video and in mid-sentence it cuts off to an advert and then comes back in. You make sure you place the video at the point where a turn has ended or whatever, and then you kind of make the way again a TV program does, where it ends, comes up with the image of whatever the show is, and the adverts come on, and then it goes back into the show and starts.
But it's quite interesting because it's what Joe said. People generally expect ads at the start of videos now. It's not wrong.
They do.
I remember you never used to get any, and now whenever I put a video
everybody
on,
does it because that's how you get paid by YouTube. And let's be honest, so with the exception probably of us because we're a bit weird, everybody that makes videos for YouTube, it takes so much time, effort and money. This doesn't, because it's all live.
Effort
it still takes effort,
but
it doesn't take extended amounts. It takes as much time as we sit here in front of you. We set up 15, maybe 20 minutes beforehand, make sure it's all set up. Adam does his magic bits and makes it all work, and it's all good.
He's a good egg.
But when you film a battle report, for example, you then got to sit there and edit it. You've then got to put all your annotations over it. You've got to put your text screens in between. You've got to put your fades in and out. You've got to put your soundtracks over it. You've got to do all of that. When PewDiePie puts a video up, he has a standard graphic that goes on at the beginning, and then it's just him playing a game. It's just playing through a live stream video card, basically. It's not live stream, but it's just a live recording video card, and he puts it up. There's very little editing to do on it, and now he's got a team of people who probably do it for him. And he's probably not even in playing the game anymore, but the audience is different, and the time input for these. So having adverts is good, although they don't pay much. But what I did find out from the conversation with Melanie yesterday, so Google got in touch with us. I know we're on the hour, but you know what, I'm going to carry on. Google got in touch with us and they want us to spend some money advertising with them. Say some, they want to spend a lot of money advertising with them. But I didn't believe it was Google, and then they had to prove.
Did we get headhunted by Google?
Not headhunted.
We did.
But apparently, through one of their algorithms, we ticked certain boxes. Our company name came out, along with, I'm sure, hundreds of other companies.
No, special, just us.
But we were contacted because, I say, we tick certain boxes from a business point of view, and they want to do some work with us, and they want to do some SEO management with us, and some AdWords and stuff like that. And then we talked about
think of
adverts. And one of the interesting things that came out is when you have that video that comes up at the beginning of a YouTube video, after 5 seconds you can skip, and we all sit there waiting for it to say skip ad so you can press the button. If you don't watch 30 seconds of that video, which they're all 30-second adverts, the company gets paid nothing.
Didn't you know that?
I thought it was after the 5 seconds. As soon as the 5 seconds are gone, if you carried on watching,
seconds.
You got paid. But you've got to watch all 30 seconds for the company to get charged for it. But if you click on it, they also get charged for it as well. So if you click over to them, but for the channel to be paid, you also need to watch the 30 seconds. So ultimately, what we should do to help all these sponsored channels out is know that there's going to be an advert, press play. Let it start while we go and plug our earphones in or whatever else. But watch the 30-second advert. I know it's a pain in the backside, but it's 30 seconds of your life, and you're helping contribute towards the channels that then can't get on demand or anything anymore.
Well, there's a few interesting questions here. What subscriber level does it become worthwhile to monetize and have ads in videos? I'd say a couple thousand.
It's not about the amount of subscribers you've got, it's about the amount of views your video gets, which the two never correlate.
True.
So we've got 3,500 subscribers, but only 250 people have watched this video.
Wow, guys, really?
Exactly. Whereas then, we'll use Winters as an example again. Winters on 16,000 subscribers, but for a Codex review out, they got over 20,000 views.
Winters is better than us.
So he got nearly 10,000 views more than he's got subscribers. Because not everybody subscribes every time to every channel. So it's never directly related. It's about the amount of time people watch for. Depends on, that determines how good an advert you get, basically. Because different people pay different amounts for adverts. It's then how long you watch the advert.
Apparently you can get stopped by YouTube for saying stuff like this.
Can you?
Apparently. Lol, see you guys, see you never.
So we're going to get disconnected and all bad. That's fine, we'll speak to Melanie. She's right. Why can we get stopped? Surely not. This is a no-no to say out loud.
Secrets.
But it's all available on YouTube. If you read through YouTube, you can see.
If you read the YouTube, you thought I dead old then.
If you read through, I said. I don't know. Well, on the note that we might, then we will stop there because we worked hard to get 3,500 subs and we don't want to lose it.
Were you not?
Not allowed to talk about monetization. Oh, right.
Lol, see you guys.
So YouTube, if you're watching, we did not know this. We had no idea. We are sorry.
Disclaimer,
please don't ban us.
We were unaware of the situation in front of us when we were talking about certain areas that are apparently not allowed to be made common knowledge without due thought. We apologise. We were unaware of the situation. Please do not ban our channel. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, genuinely didn't know anything about that. I'm telling you. Yeah, none of this is a secret. I think everything you said is common knowledge.
I think
it may well be, but if we're not meant to talk about it, then we'll talk about it no further. Let's just go back to the on-demand bit, which isn't monetization.
I think it's a bit sad.
I do. I think it's bad for the people who have set up a business around it, that it's been taken off them. But from a business point of view, I fully get it. If we've got a product line which is only making up 2% of our sales, I'm getting rid of that product line and making space for something else and putting my efforts into something else which which provides.
Yeah, but you doing that's not going to wreck someone's livelihood, is it? Do you know what I mean?
It's not, but at the same time, businesses are businesses. It's about profit and bottom line, isn't it? And if they're putting resources into that, so if they're putting resources into the on-demand stuff and not into something else, by now pulling away from that, they might go down the route of more sponsorship side of things.
Maybe, okay.
It might not be all doom and gloom. I honestly don't know what they'll do. They might do. They might just turn around and go, no, it's fine. But then they'll either save money or they might put it back into, I know we're not talking about monetization, but they might put it back into that and bring it through there. I don't know. I know
they're talking to people, it's dead cute.
I know they're clamping down on all sorts at the moment, though. If you're found swearing in your videos, then your video gets taken down. They're really hot on music from outside third parties. It's not your own.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always been quite hot with that.
But they've
anyway.
been clamping down quite a lot on that, haven't they?
Yeah, and it's almost like there's a new CEO or somebody new in charge who's flexing their muscles and stamping their authority, which is fine as long as you abide by the rules. The thing is, YouTube, you've got to let us know what the rules are.
And if we can talk about them,
you can't expect us to just know that we can talk about this, we can't talk about that. And
I'm
sure if there is anything that we've been in breach of tonight, I'm sure there will be an email come straight through to me, and it will be on a strike system. They're not just going to say, right, there's your channel gone off one video, because we've not been offensive. But who knows?
You've been offending me.
But anyway, guys, at that point, we're at 1 hour 8, so we're just going to read these final ones. Think it's a random guy. I have no control over what's on.
Dad asked about whether it's tailored or not. So Gary Broad's my dad, in case you guys didn't know that.
The ads are usually tailored to you, but they have a lot of what about sponsors. To you being the viewer, not the uploader. There are sites for the public domain music. There are thousands of videos talking about YouTube monetization. There you go. Dave's in the room.
Hi,
you're a bit late,
Dave.
Dude. Fritz's channel got randomly taken down recently too, out of the blue. Fritz's channel wasn't out of the blue. Fritz had 3 strikes,
really?
which is become popular knowledge. He'd done a few things wrong.
Did he do some bad?
I won't go into the whys and wherefores. I don't know the guy personally. I'm not a fan of the guy.
There was no need. We should.
So I'm not, and I won't make any bones about that. But his channel.
You'd be a terrible girl.
His channel. Why? Because I'm honest.
You start to say it outwardly.
Why not?
Because that's mean.
Why? You pop quiz. Better to be upfront and honest with somebody.
No, I'm not saying don't be honest. I'm just saying like
don't lie behind
I don't
people's
like
backs.
You. I'm hardly doing that.
Well, you would, because you'd turn around afterwards and say to me, "Oh, what do you really think about that then?" And
yeah, but I wouldn't turn around and be like,
I didn't say anything
you're
nasty.
You're amazing.
I didn't say anything nasty. I just said, personally, not a fan.
Okay.
And I think people would prefer honesty from me than lies. People buy people, and they buy my honesty. See you again, guys, from Jen. Yeah, loads of royalty-free music out there. There is. Kevin McLeod does Incompetech or whatever it's called, does loads. And you can talk about how it works, but not the cost. It could be WarGames sponsor, WarGames. That's the only one that is related.
This sounds a bit dramatic. I have nothing, Nick. We just have him. One of our typical domestics. Literally nothing of import. A minor.
Hi, Nick. Truthful and honest every time.
I'm not like some deceitful, evil witch.
Bear in mind, he's got that going on. I said, truthful and honest every time. Yeah, Andy. I always am. You know this. What's up further than the Jenny sponsoring Warlords?
Just like public domain music and stuff. Yeah. We should probably let you guys get back to your evening.
We could do. We could talk for another half an hour. You know what the funny thing is, before the show, like, we haven't actually got that many topics to cover tonight. Can we fill an hour? An hour and 10 minutes later, we're struggling to stop. But we will. We will at that point. So I suppose at that, guys, it is an hour and 10. These guys want to go home and get the tea. I'm here for another hour or so, filing more cards away. So as Rob's just said there, see you soon, guys.
See you soon, guys.
See you later. Peace out.
Bye.